Okay.
Well, of course, I went to 8th grade grammar school in Bloomsbury, New Jersey. And then 8th grade, they boarded us on a bus to Phillipsburg. There was about maybe 20 of us. Graduated every year from grammar school there. And, they liked us up there in Phillipsburg, but they said we were well-taught students. Then get out of there, went to work. Well, Donald and I had a printing, we started up a printing company for drawings, specifications, and things like that. And we had a few little jobs, and we opened up a printing shop. We got a pruning printer with my cousin Richie. He worked at a pruning company down in Newark. So he arranged for us to buy a used machine, and we went into business for a couple of years in Easton. We got to know all the engineers and all the technicians in town practically. Before they had to bring your prints and stuff, your drawings up to Allentown for prints. So we had a pretty good business going there, making prints, photographs for these guys. They had some of the biggest contractors in town there as customers. And then 60 Cup started picking up jobs. So then I worked out a deal with Donald, and I got a good offer from 60 Cup in the drafting department. And it offered more than what we could afford in our printing business, because we had hospitalization and all that stuff with a 60 Cup. So Donald took over the business. He ran it for a while, and then he sold out and went to work for a company too. So that was that. And then later on in life, I went. I signed up. I signed up at Lafayette. I knew a lot of people worked there, and they helped me get in. So the test I had was practically nothing, just signing my name and filling out the courses which I wanted to take. So that worked out all right. I went to Lafayette a couple of years. My grades weren't good enough in my junior year. I screwed around too much in high school, and so then I signed up for Rutgers later on, and a lot of guys that went to Lafayette, they were teachers at Rutgers, so they got me in there. And I took a MA course there, and went nights. Took me 3 years, and then got my degree in MA, and then I got a job at 60 Cup. They weren't paying too well even then. So then I forget how I met these guys. A couple of guys, I think 60 Cup hired a couple. 60 Cup hired a couple. What do we call it? Guys that went out on their own.
Consultants.
They went out on their own and hired themselves out.
Contractors.
Yeah, contractors. But, yeah, they were contractors, but they called them job shoppers. And of course, then the war broke, and the job shopping, they've spread out all over. So that was my start in job shopping, and then your dad started job shopping too. And, and you could make 3 or 4 times as much money job shopping as you could working for a real company. It was very lucrative business. And guys could make four times as much money working for a job shop as they could for a company. When the war broke out, because companies, they didn't care. They were giving out contracts to the government for cost plus help. See, government paid whatever they wanted. If I wanted $10 an hour, sure, Uncle Sam will pay for it. So we made a lot of money in those years, job shopping. And
what was your hourly rate back then?
Well, 60 cup, I was making, let's see, so what did I make it for? 60 cup was making about $2.50 an hour. And then I started job shopping.
As an engineer?
Yeah. Then I'm making $4 or $5 an hour.
What year was this about?
Huh?
What year?
This was in the 50s. When before the war was over. Yeah. So then from then on I worked for job shops all over the northeast Jersey. There was dozens of job shops that opened in southern Pennsylvania. And they had a regular little magazine that they printed for openings. What the jobs were, what the benefits were, and everything. Yeah, it was, so
good deal.
That was a good business.